Okay. The music is working. My voice is working. Here we are. Shit, we've actually got one thing to do, which is this. I'm going to make some tea, and then we will get started. Alright, the tea is made, but it's very, very hot, so I'm gonna wait to have it. Ooh, man. It has been a hell of a day. Why is... okay. My phone just started playing stuff. That was cool. I've been working today on creating clips for... this is very inspirational. Been working today on clips for the Sort of Complete Thought on Friday the 8th, which is going to be a clips-only show. Not like Eclipse, like the thing that's going to happen in April, but like clips, like video clips. It also means that I'm gonna have shorts for the next, few weeks, because there's so many I had to make. I think I did 5 already. I've got 1 more planned, and then I don't know. There's gonna be some stuff that's exclusive to just that video, because it just doesn't work as a short. It'll be cool though. It'll put a little numbers rundown, because I did a whole thing on the channel numbers before, and they've changed. My predictions are wrong, so I'm going to talk about that. As far as today's stuff, though, resize this window. As far as today's stuff goes, we're going to do game design. We're working through more user stories, and then that might honestly be it. I don't have a ton of time. I want to finish this up at, in like an hour or 2. Because I have to make dinner and get ready for the week. I've got work tomorrow, and I'm going on vacation soon, so I have to make sure I'm, that I get all the work I intend to done. It also means that before Wednesday, I need to have Chapter 6 done. I'd like to have Chapter 7 done before Wednesday as well. And those will be scheduled. Obviously, I'm not going to put them both out. And then the Sort of Complete Thought for Friday should be done by then. By the end of Wednesday. If all of that fails, I'll have to do it Thursday, which would not be my favorite. Okay, let's get to writing. I've already kind of thought up last night, because I had trouble sleeping last night, some ways to improve this, but I'm not going to improve it in this version. I'm going to improve it in the next project I do. So let's actually write. Hang on, flashbang. Alright. What was that? Oh, hang on. I forgot to open Lucid. So we can link all of our use cases together. Bring toss game. There we go. We'll F11 and welcome back. Here we are. Last we left off, I think we went over view achievement. And then we're gonna have set achievement next. So the game will have to, you know, provide a way to store user achievements. That's gonna be a requirement. But when the user does specific actions, I want them to basically do this set achievement kind of deal. So how do I want to do that? Set. I still hate the word achievement. I don't hate the word, I hate typing it. So annoying. So typically you'd say system, but after writing documentation using the word system for so long, I just can't stand it, so I'm just gonna write game. Or I'll just write backend, because that's kind of what I've been referring to. Ooh, we can do a little CS lesson. You want to do that? Let's do this and I'll talk about front and back end stuff. I promise you it's not a Key and Peele sketch. Oh shit, I'm not recording. Okay. User story. As the back end, I want to store user achievements so that I can view them in the future. Subject area. This will be subject area like data storage or save states, something like that. Just say data storage / save states. Sure, that's fine. This subject area might change in the future. We'll just... Why am I having such trouble typing? Trigger. What triggers setting an achievement? The player earns an achievement. Preconditions. The conditions for an achievement have been met. This is very general, which is, it's fine here. Basic flow. Player earns an achievement. The date, time, and achievement are stored by backend. There we go. I can just say stored because we already know who the actor is. Alright. And then we can write all sorts of requirements about what this is. Ba, 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 ba. What is next? Ugh. Okay, let's talk about front end and back end. If you've never done computers before, or if you've never, written any programming, this will be new to you. For most people, it will not. These two are linked. They're linked, but they won't have an arrow between them. They're just going to be kind of close to each other. Because you don't need the set achievement to view achievements. Okay. So let's pull in some networking diagrams if we can. Templates, not what I want. Thank you though. Where's my shapes? Oh, here we go. More shapes. Sure, Cisco networking is fine. I'm just using this space as a general workspace right now. So what do we have? We have a person. A micro web server is fine, but I want a general web server. File server. Okay, really any server will do. I don't know what... These are very, very specific. Like, obviously having all the different routers is cool, but do we really need, out of all of the images, for there to be specifically a woman sat at a Mac computer? I just don't think it's really important who's sitting at the computer. Government building. Nope, we don't need that. I just want a server, generally. Okay, you know what? We're not using the Cisco icons. There's too many of them. I can't parse this. Network infrastructure. No. AWS. No. I'd really love it. Okay, here we go. Basic network shapes. Fine. So, you are sat at your PC, browsing the internet. Somewhere else, there is a server. It could be a big server, like Google. It could be a small server, like... Well, there aren't many small servers left, unless, you're accessing very specific resources. And then this stuff all goes through your router at your house, and a bunch of other stuff in between here. That's way more complicated, though. We aren't even going to talk about it. There's like, a bunch of steps between your home router and the server out here, involving your network company, whoever provides your internet, your ISP. There we go. Okay. And then you're here at your computer, right? You pull up a web page, and what gets set to your computer is some combination of a hyperlink file, right? A style file and a script file. Typically HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Classic Web 2.0 stuff. That gets sent to your computer, and then your browser loads it. There are other, obviously, protocols you can use that isn't, HTTPS, like FTP, which is used for file transfer. that's how you can. It's just a different architecture. Anyway, when anything that's running here is front end, right? So that's all of the HTML, CSS, JavaScript that's actually loaded on your PC and running locally on your computer. Back end is anything on the server side. Now it's a bit different when we talk about games because we're not running anything like this. If we had this relationship in a game, we'd call it a client-server relationship. Right, so obviously server here, client here. You probably have heard that before playing games like Call of Duty, where you'll have a client-hosted model on some games, and you can have server-hosted models in some other games. A client-hosted model just means that instead of having a central server that's running the game, the central server will be finding people, putting people together with games, and then someone's local PC will be actually hosting the game itself. Which is why if the client host has really bad internet or a really slow machine, that's bad, right? The whole game runs poorly. When I say front end and back end for games, we aren't even thinking about a server or a router. It's all on the PC. Front end is stuff that the user interacts with directly, and back end is stuff that they don't. So if we have like a menu, that's front end. And if we have a server process, like the server is storing data, that's back end. Okay, there we go. That's just what I mean. Now we understand. Alright, the big one, playing the game. This is where we make our big decisions like Bob Ross. I'm gonna make some tea really quick. Some more tea. Got a lot of tea in the teapot today, so I should get, you know, maybe 10, 12 steepings out of this. So let's think about what the user is doing in this game. And in fact, let's take a look at this ideation document. Right here. So we are now into the gameplay section of things. Right, we're doing a ring toss. And I think we can actually make the gameplay use cases a bit broader too. Oh, hang on, I gotta sneeze. Okay. What is the main use case for the game? So, as a player of this ring toss, I want to be able to approach the ring toss stand and ask to play a game. Okay. Ask to play game. That's a whole use case. Right, so what goes into asking to play the game? It involves movement, it involves, you know, interacting with whatever the ring toss, you know, game master is, whoever's running it. It involves spending money, which hints at requirements there, and that should be it. Oh, whoops. We need one of these. So we get to ask to play a game. I would also like, as a player, to be able to throw a ring. In doing that, I want to be able to choose how I throw rings. So, I'm gonna call this a class choice because it'll function just like choosing a class in a game. Okay, so this will be ring toss class. Okay. And then, as a user, I want to be able to actually throw the ring. So this is going to be the core component of the game. I mean, we should just call it toss, right? Then we can think about success and failure conditions. So, as a user, I want to be able to collect prizes for winning. Right, this is again hinting at more requirements. And then let's think about ending the game loop here. So, and of course there are a few more things that we have to go over. As the game creator, and by extension as the game, I want to be able to punish the player for running out of money without winning any, or just for running out of money. If you're running out of money, the game loop has ended. You have to go back in. I think it'll be compelling. It would be interesting if they had unlimited amounts of money and could just sit there all day. But there should be some sort of reset to the whole loop. Because what I imagine is that you'll get some people who are really, really invested in getting all of the achievements. I'm just gonna write this down before I forget it. Okay, so punishment. Out of money. Maybe we have some sort of system where if you land on specific bottles, you get money refunded. Let's think about how we might do that. We want to give the users achievements for collecting prizes. Collecting prizes will actually give you achievements just as part of that. And then we'll add a bunch more in here. We also need a case for... this will link back to setting achievements. As will, I'm sure this will. I'm just gonna link it here. No, I'm gonna link it further down. right here. Tossing the ring will give you an achievement, I'm sure, for tossing a certain number of them. Playing as different classes will, I'm sure, give you an achievement. Getting a certain amount of money refunded will probably net you an achievement. We want here... to be able to pause the game. Nope. Pause game. Right, and the prerequisite for this is play game, but this is not the only precondition. Or this is the only precondition, so you can still pause that game in any of these menus. Pause game, and then pause games will lead you to either settings. You ready? We have to do a trick here. And that trick is, oh, don't want that. Is it in here? Yeah, jump. And also, quit to menu, which will send you right back to here. And it needs to jump. Hooray. Now, while we're on this document, I want to do a few things. The first is if I have a use case written, I want to outline them in green. There we go. This is going to be tedious, I apologize. I don't really apologize, but you feel me, right? Let's dark green. Achievements done. Oh, you know what I can do? I can just select all of these in bulk. Play game is also done. Green. There we go. These are all complete. These are not. And then anything relating to the menus, I'm going to choose a different theme. I should have done this in a different order. Menus are going to be this kind of blue color. Pause game, quit to menu, choose class. Yeah, I think those are the only ones I can think of that are menus. Some of these might have menu components to them, but will not be predominantly menu based. Anything that is run by or anything that's backend specific, let's set as this red color, and then everything else is fine. Now, I need to fix these because I just messed them up. The outline color is green because they are done. Okay. So now you're kind of going to get an idea of the complexity of the game. And I think for right now, this is all the game needs to be decent. Is all of these. I'm actually going to move some of this stuff in a bit. Actually, you know what I can do? Snap these all into here. Very good. And then I want to see what happens when I move all of these boxes down just a little bit. Oh shit, it breaks. I move them down to like there, we should be fine. I can fix all of it. I promise. It is gonna be a-okay. This one. There we go. One we don't want to go back up, just down. Only down. Classic game. There we go, there's that. Now, this is looking good. As just a general game, we can kind of see the game loop here. Ooh, and then also this punishment for running out of money will send us back to the start of the game or the main menu. So let's think about that. So this could take us up here. Or it could take us right back to here. Right, and now we've established a loop of play game to here to back to main menu. Hey Lucid, what the fuck? We don't want that. No, why are you like this? What are you pointing at? Point at this box. What? Okay, just fix it. I won't complain, I promise. I don't promise. I hate this. I like Lucid, but the pathing is really annoying. This goes here. Okay, that is just not readable. I could not sight read that at all if I wanted to. Oh, that would be really funny. Okay, this is a funny shorts idea. I don't think anyone really knows. I mean, some people might. Is this sight readable meme? It would be funny if you were doing some sort of like project or whatever, or even because you can run through presentations in Lucid, like the Danger Noodle presentation they used as an ad for a while. Those were always fun. It would be hilarious to do a presentation style like that, and then it zooms out to the full image, and it's you don't get to know what the name of the presentation is until the very end. It like loops back onto itself, but the presentation is called "Is this sight readable?" In the Lucid document itself is an image of the meme. Fuck, I might write that down. I'm gonna write that down. That's such a good idea. Okay. Okay, so Lucid presentation. Is this site readable? In the presentation, looks like the meme, but it isn't revealed until the end. Very good. Very, very good. I like that. Sure. Alright. What have we done so far? Let's go over play game. No, not that menu. This one. Here we go. Oh, what the fuck? Go back. Alright, title. Pause game. Actor, player. Story. As a player, I want to pause the game so that I can do things like change settings and put to the main menu. Easy. Subject area. Menus. Trigger. Player clicks a pause button on screen or keyboard. Preconditions. The player is in the game. I'll just say in the game loop. Oh, too much energy. What do we want to do? This one. Flows. Up. Basic flow. There's going to be a bunch of alternatives here, but we're going to ignore literally all of them. Except for the basic one. Basic flow. The user clicks a button clicks the pause button on the screen. Clicks the, what if we just say clicks the pause button? That kind of summarizes all of it. Pause window opens. User selects an option. Backend. Nope, that's musician. Handles their choice. Cool. What's next? Quit to menu. Actor is the player. Story. As a user, I want to be able to quit to the menu, to the main menu, so that I can access everything that is in that menu. Cool. Subject area. Menus. Trigger. User clicks the main menu button. Preconditions. Oh. As a player. I'm very consistent. Preconditions, the player is in the pause menu. Why is my stream so far behind? Okay. Close. Basic flow. The player is the main menu button. The game cleans up the game loop. Main menu appears on screen. This is a very important step. Because it keeps the user from being able to do some weird stuff. Like, I'm imagining all sorts of things they could do to edit the exact save state of the game loop, so that they get like infinite money or something like that, just by saving and reloading. We want to avoid that, so we want to make sure that we're cleaning up everything when they decide they want to not be in the game loop anymore. Okay. Also, let me make sure I'm using that word game loop correctly. I've heard it before and I just imagine I'm using it right. That is kind of how I use words. What is a game loop? Core gameplay loop is how the different parts of the game interact with each other to keep the game going. I see. Yeah, so I'm using it right. Okay, next. Okay, asked to play game. Play new song. Sure, we'll go pause. Actor. Story. As a user, I want to ask the, what are they? Who runs the game? The game runner? I don't know. There we go, now it's official. They're called the game runner. To play the ring toss so that I'm allowed to play. That's the point of the thing, right? Subject area. Hang on, I actually messed something up. This is part of the menu. Okay. Subject area is gameplay. I'll just say core gameplay. Trigger What triggers this? Okay, let's just say, player interacts with the quote-unquote game runner. Preconditions. Player is within range to interact. The game is loaded. Player is not out of money. Because if you're out of money, you're being chased by the mascot at the end of the loop, and so we don't want you entering that menu. You have to have money to be able to ask the clerk to play. It would be really funny if you try and ask the clerk to play the game after you're out of money and the thing is chasing you and it just points at you and screeches like in what is it? Oh, it's something Body Snatchers. Is it Invasion of the Body Snatchers? I don't remember. There's a scene in the movie where a guy is just like out in a field and he points and he just screeches. That would be fun. I might do that. Okay. Flows. Basic flow. Okay. Oh, we also don't want to do anything outside. Okay. So we don't want to be out of scope. So we don't want to include anything before preconditions, right? So we need to define movement in a different case. We're just gonna mean moving all this stuff. Actually, no, it doesn't. I can just move this out here. Simple. Right, we just do this, and it's just say, move character. Cool. Very simple. This is technically a precondition for this as well. So I can erase this entirely. Look at us. Player interacts with the game runner. Oh. The game runner does some dialogue about pricing and the rings they want. Ooh, actually there's another thing here, which is after you've done a ring toss, I actually want you to be able to go back. Let's go back to here. So after you've done the ring toss, you can go, it pops you back out into character movement. Oh, music. There we go. So I'm gonna save this really quick. Player's not enough money. The game writer does some dialogue about pricing, how many rings they want, how many rings the player wants. It's just somebody good at that. And then okay, this is out of scope. Yeah, basically this. Oh, the player money is collected. Okay. Save this really quick. I'm gonna jump right back in. Pick this back up, and we'll go back to the bottom. Title. Move character. We also need to mark this as done. Character actor is going to be the player. Story as a player. I want to be able to move my character so that I can move towards the game counter and away from the mascot. Subject area is core gameplay. The trigger is hitting any movement key. Right, and we'll define what these keys are by default in the requirements. Preconditions. Player isn't in a menu. The core game loop is loaded. There isn't a cutscene or there just isn't a cutscene playing. There we go. Close. Basic flow. There hits a movement key. The character moves accordingly. Alternatively, there's going to be an alternate flow here. Alternate flow 1. the game text invalid movement. The character does not move. Yeah, I've got tea leaves in my stuck in my mouth. Okay, let's play this. Right. Jump back here. Character movement is storied. Choose ring toss class. Yeah, this is one of those features that's gonna come out mostly in requirements. But we still gotta write a story for it. Oh, I need to copy that again. Choose. Oh wait, hang on. I choose ring toss class. Okay. Choose. All right, I've got 28 minutes left. Before I have to be done. Ring toss class, actor, player, story. What is this music? That's enough of that. As a player, I want to be able to choose my class so that I can change up the way that I throw. That's not how you spell that word. I throw the ring because it will help me. Surely. Subject area. This is in the menus. The trigger for this is the quote-unquote game runner has taken their money okay, and then what are the preconditions for this? The precondition and the trigger are the exact same in this case. Flows. Basic flow. The game runner takes the player's money the ring toss class window opens. Player chooses their class. And that's it. That is this done. Okay, toss ring. Here's what I'm imagining for tossing the ring. We'll talk about physics and everything later. I think that when you're in the ring toss, you're able to move your head back and forth. And then there's like a little bar on the side that shows you like the full extension of your movement. You grab onto a thing at the bottom and you push it forward as fast as you want. It like accelerates you through the movement. And then as soon as you let go of that, it lets go exactly at that point. And then it just calculates where the ring should go and it does the animation on screen. So it's just all simulated physics. Then the ring is like bound to the hand until, you know, it gets through its animation cycle, and then whenever you let go, the ring detaches from the model. That's the idea. That should make it just infuriating enough that no one wants to play. Or, not that no one wants to play, but that it feels like you have control over something that is too chaotic to predict. Which is what ring toss is just you have input into a system and therefore you think that you have control, but the system is so chaotic that you don't have control at all. It's just the illusion of control. Which people get very invested in systems like that. Actor, player. Sorry. As a player, I want to be able to toss the ring so that I can hopefully land a ring on a bottle. Pause music for a second. You'll notice that the title of the game is Ring Toss, and this is the first mention of actually throwing the ring in all of this document. Design is tedious work. But if the only use case was toss ring, it would not function. You need everything else for something like this to be competent, to function. You need a main menu, you need to be able to quit the game, you need to be able to throw the ring, right? Some of this is superfluous, like achievements, right? We don't need that, but they're cool. They're really cool. You don't need to move the character, you could just have it load directly in, but some of that's cool. But there's a lot of work that goes into designing software other than just the feature you're aiming for. Explaining why all of this other stuff is important, especially to, like, let's say if we use, you know, enterprise software as an example, corporate people who are managers making decisions who have to explain that to their boss, it can be a tough sell sometimes on why everything else is important for this one feature you're trying to write. But if you don't do any of this work, this feature, it's gonna suck. It's just gonna be bad. Someone's gonna end up rewriting it. And that's the explanation for why you do all this. It does actually save you time and money in the long run to do everything the correct way the first time. Because the only thing more expensive than doing everything correct the first time is rewriting the software again and again and again until you have to write it correctly anyway. Anyway, that's the end of that rant. Subject area. Or gameplay. Trigger. Okay, so the trigger for actually tossing the ring is the user grabs the ring toss icon. Okay. Toos. Reconditions. Oh, this should be player. Has selected their class. Hang on, the player chooses their class. And then the ring toss window opens. Toos. That should be fine. Flows, basic flow. I really only care about the basic flow here. Okay, so the user... Toos, toss icon. The user, the player. There, grab the toss icon. Your aims. Spot on screen. Player moves the toss icon up. I've actually just thought we need a tutorial for this. Okay, I will think of that in a second. Then moves the toss icon up. Alright, let's go. The toss icon, Toos. Ring is tossed. Ring lands on bottle. The ring doesn't land on the bottle. Is the basic flow. Doesn't land on bottle, and then there's an alternate flow. And actually, I can include the alternate flow here. Alternate flow 1. Let's do alternate flow tutorial. Now we'll just describe this. If player hasn't done the toss before a few tutorial hints pop up on screen. Oh, whoops. Alternate flow 1 is 6A. Ring lands on bottle. There we go. Let's update this really quick, and I will play a new song. Come back here. My brain power is waning. I'm getting weaker by the second. Okay, let's do money refunded next. Boop. Oh, whoops. Click the wrong button. Boy, I'm very, very tired of doing this. I can't wait till this is done. Or till I finished it. That's something important. When you're talking about stuff like that, it's important to recognize that the only way for something to end that you're doing is for you to finish it. Because, like, if I said I can't wait for this to end, it really just... That's just me trying to take... hang on. Game. It's really just me trying to take the onus of this job off of me and putting it onto, like, some external entity. But if I say, like, I can't wait till I finish this, then it just incentivizes me to work harder or faster. Story. As the game. Yeah, as the game. I'll just say back end, it's fine. Back end, I need to refund the money for rings. When the player has landed a ring on the refund bottle, so that the player isn't upset when it doesn't happen. Or that the player gets minor reward for doing good. This is that little dopamine boost you get that's like, oh, I didn't get the grand prize, but we did get a reward. A subject area. Or gameplay. Trigger. The player's ring has landed on a refund bottle. Preconditions. Sorry, my brain is melting. The trigger and the precondition here are the same. Close. Basic flow. Player's ring lands on a refund bottle. The back end deposits the money they spent on those rings back into their account. Also, I should point out, this isn't going to be like money. This is going to be like in-game money that you don't have to pay for. You just get like 20 bucks to start the game off. And you get the money back every time. This isn't like some way I'm fishing for microtransactions. This is going to be probably free. Almost certainly this is a free thing I'm doing. I'm not trying to make money. Okay. See if I've got one or two more in me. If I can finish this, we can move on to new stuff next time. Title. Collect prizes for winning. Okay. Actor. This is still going to be the game with the back end. Changes to prizes awarded for winning. Story. As the back end, I want, or I need to give the player prizes, achievements, when they land a ring on the winning bottles, so that, or just two, to reward them for trying so hard. Subject area, this is core gameplay. The trigger for this is Lands a ring on a winning bottle. It's also the precondition. Actually, there's two preconditions. You don't need another achievement when you've earned them all. Ah, man. Alright. Oh, whoops. The player lands a ring on a winning bottle. The back end gives them an achievement. Something is displayed on screen describing the achievement. Okay. Whoops. Got one more and then I'll be done. Title. We already gotta wrap this up. The use cases, or writing this use case document. There's more to do on use cases, which is putting us all back into Jira. Oh, uh-oh. And it's a different font. Is it like bold? It is bold. Actor, backend. As the backend, I want to punish the user for running out of money. Money. I like money. Running out of money so that we can restart the game loop. Subject area. For gameplay, the trigger is the user has run out of money. Actually, that's not the trigger, it is a precondition though. Player has thrown the player would exit or is exiting back to the start of the gameplay loop. The preconditions are that they have no money. Player has no money. Time to finish this up. Close. Basic flow. Okay, player exits back to the start of the gameplay loop. Oh, is exits. Just exits is fine. Back to the start of the gameplay loop. The mascot appears in evil mode and chases the player. When the mascot catches the player, animation plays. The game turns to the main menu. Player money is reset. There we go. Alright. Boy, that was fun. Despite me complaining about being tired, I do actually have fun doing this. I just have a very limited battery for doing tedious work, like all in a row. Yeah, this is pretty cool. We can click around if we want to go see view achievement. Oh. Why is it not linking there? Maybe if we... Oh, because we can't click it from in here. That's right. View achievement will send us to view achievement. Very cool. Now, what's going to happen next time is we take all of the use cases in this document. Oh, almost forgot. We have to update this. And I'm going to save this really quick as well. Save. Okay. We take all of these use cases and we put them all in the backlog under stories. Isn't that fantastic? And they'll be assigned an epic, which is going to correlate with it's going to correlate with the whatever the system is that's using it, so whether it's menu or backend or whatever. Which should be... Can I add sub epics? Add child issue. Not really what I want. I guess I'll have a different epic for implementation. No, I'll just put them all under implementation. That's fine. Okay. I've got stuff to do, so I'm turning off the stream.